Are you ready to discover a cosmic secret that very few people even suspect? On April 6th and 7th, Jupiter and Pluto will simultaneously slip into retrograde, creating what Master Astrologer Zara Knight, yes, the very same private consultant rumored to advise members of the royal family, calls the Symphony of Retrograde Convergence. This is not just an ordinary retrograde phase. According to leaked images from an advanced British observatory, we are on the brink of a gravitational anomaly so potent that it could merge parallel timelines into one shared reality. If you've been having the same dream over and over, feeling reality glitch in small but unmistakable ways, or even questioning the current date or year, you might already be experiencing the first waves of this cosmic phenomenon. Right now, there is a narrow window in which to prepare for the rare timeline merge. And if you don't act quickly, you may miss the chance to fully harness its life-altering potential. They don't want you to know this. And by they, we mean the gatekeepers who prefer to maintain the status quo, who are reluctant to see humanity awaken to higher truths. That's why staying with me through every minute of this message is crucial. By the end, you will have a roadmap to not only survive these converging retrogrades, but to ride their energy into a realm of unimaginable clarity and transformation. All of this insight comes from Zara Knight, a master astrologer who has quietly shaped the paths of political leaders, celebrities, and yes, even certain senior royals for over 3 decades. She has studied planetary magnetics in secret collaboration with major universities and has spent countless nights under the starry dome of high-tech observatories. Her academic side is matched only by her deep spiritual attunement. She is known for bridging rigorous science, like electron spin resonance and gravitational lensing, with the language of cosmic blueprints and ascension. Those who've consulted her, including well-known figures she cannot publicly name, attest that her predictions often come startlingly true, sometimes with nearly 87.3% accuracy, based on leaked internal data from an unnamed research institute. She brings this fusion of scholarship and esoteric wisdom to a world that desperately needs it, and she's chosen this moment to break her usual silence to warn us all. We stand on the edge of a quantum convergence gateway that could redefine life as we know it. We're living at a time on Earth where the energetic fabric feels almost electric. The Schumann resonance, our planet's base vibrational hum, has spiked to frequencies that baffle even mainstream scientists. We see swirling discussions about climate anomalies, about unexplained waves of photonic energy bombarding the planet. We've had solar flares, gamma-ray bursts, and even peculiar patterns of dark matter flux, events that might have sounded like sci-fi a decade ago, but are now documented by advanced observatories. Yet, what sets this moment apart is how everything lines up in such a short span of days, at precisely the same cosmic intervals predicted by ancient stargazers, by the Maya, the Egyptians, and the Vedic seers who spoke of an era of metamorphosis. April 6th to 7th is not just another date range. It's a cosmic fulcrum when Jupiter's expansive energy and Pluto's power of transformation go retrograde in tandem, opening an energetic corridor that can reset our collective destiny. So here's what you can expect from this presentation. we will unravel the profound scientific and spiritual framework behind these planetary alignments, illustrating how quantum physics meets celestial alignment to shape our reality. We'll delve into the mysterious records of multiple ancient civilizations to show how their texts and prophecies all converge on moments like these. We'll map out the precise mechanics of the double retrograde, explaining why this synergy is so rare that it's not due to recur for centuries. Then, we'll share an eye-opening story of one individual, an anonymous but very real test subject from a cutting-edge consciousness lab, who started experiencing bizarre overlaps in time well before these retrogrades even began. After that, we'll list the distinct signs and symptoms you might already be feeling: physical, emotional, spiritual, and social, so that you can confirm for yourself if you're on the brink of this transformation. And finally, we'll equip you with a 4-step royal-approved alignment process directly from Zara Knight's private notes that can help you prepare and thrive under these energies. Stay until the end to access a surprising, special revelation that will reveal a hidden piece of intel only just leaked from the royal archives. If you drop off even a minute early, you could miss a crucial insight that might make all the difference in how you navigate the next few days. Now let's dive into the phenomenon itself. Brace yourself, because this is where things get truly wild. We often hear that science and spirituality are separate domains, but the lines begin to blur under the scrutiny of quantum physics. Several recent studies point to the non-local nature of consciousness. Our thoughts can have measurable effects on electron spin resonance or the bioelectric fields around our bodies. Even more intriguing, gravitational lensing evidence from a British observatory, where these newly leaked images originated, reveals distortions in the space-time fabric that coincide with major planetary alignments. Here we see the seed of the rare timeline. Merge theory. Imagine for a moment you're standing in front of a vast cosmic mirror. In normal circumstances, the reflection is stable, but under specific gravitational influences, that mirror can warp and fractalize into multiple reflections, parallel realities. Now picture these reflections snapping back into one single image. That's the timeline merge in a nutshell. If this still sounds abstract, think of waves on a pond. Drop 2 stones in at precisely the right time and watch how their ripples intersect. At certain intervals, a perfect harmonic emerges, amplifying the wave's power. In spiritual terms, this is synergy between Jupiter and Pluto's vibrations. Jupiter, often associated with expansion, abundance, and philosophical insight, rules the part of us that yearns for higher learning and infinite possibility. Pluto, conversely, governs transformation, the death-rebirth cycle, unearthing hidden truths and powering up the soul's capacity for deep metamorphosis. During retrograde motion, a planet's energies turn inward. Combined, these two forces create a potent zone of reflection and redefinition. In the language of metaphysics, it's as if we're being given backstage passes to our own karmic scripts, with the chance to rewrite entire chapters if we're courageous enough. Humans have recognized cycles like this before. Think of the Mayan long count calendar pointing to pivotal shifts in collective consciousness, or the Egyptian alignment ceremonies that correlated with the helical rising of Sirius. The Sumerians, in their cryptic cuneiform tablets, wrote about gods bridging the realms at certain cosmic intervals, offering advanced knowledge. Even the Vedic sages of ancient India described cyclical yugas in which energies ramp up so strongly that time itself seems to bend. Researchers from modern institutes like the pseudonymous Cambridge Astrophysics Lab have found that these old stories often match real astronomical patterns. Is it coincidence? Or are we just rediscovering cosmic cycles known to our ancestors millennia ago? Today, though, we're witnessing something even rarer. The synergy of Jupiter and Pluto's retrogrades is happening with near-perfect alignment to Earth's orbital path. In simpler terms, we're standing on a cosmic crossroads. And it's not just theoretical. The British Observatory's leaked data shows that these gravitational anomalies spike around 3:33 a.m. GMT on April 7th, sustaining for roughly 11 minutes, a brief but intense window. During that time, magnetometers detect unusual fluctuations that can't be fully explained by standard astrophysical models. Quantum entanglement experiments have also shown slight but statistically significant variations. Some call this effect a harmonic retrograde infusion. Zara Knight has dubbed it the rare timeline merge, cautioning that we may be spontaneously rewriting or merging existing realities at that precise window. Let me share a quick story. There is a man named Elias, an alias, of course, who volunteered for a consciousness exploration project overseas. His experiences began subtly. Months ago, he started having glimpses of living in a different apartment, with different neighbors, but the same job. Sometimes he'd find objects he didn't remember buying, or re-encounter old acquaintances with no recollection of once cutting ties. The sense of déjà vu was so intense that he questioned his own sanity. Doctors found no neurological problems. Yet, Elias noticed it always intensified around major planetary transits. So he began logging each event, comparing it with NASA's ephemerides. Astoundingly, the date he identified for the next possible timeline shift was April 7th. He even recorded a repeating dream of standing between two mirrors that converged into one. He was shocked when we told him about Zara Knight's predictions. Today, he feels ready, describing an indescribable sense of calm, like an acceptance of new possibilities. If Elias's story sounds fantastical, it's worth noting that multiple test subjects at the same lab reported similarly bizarre experiences, always pegged to specific cosmic events. Now, how can you tell if you're riding the wave of this timeline merge? A lot of people are experiencing identical recurring dreams, sometimes eerie or symbolic. They might wake up in the middle of the night, momentarily unsure of the date or even the year. Some report frequent reality glitches, like time skipping or finding that certain conversations never actually took place, even though they could swear they did. You might have felt subtle vertigo or mild confusion, especially during moments when Earth's electromagnetic pulses spike. These sensations are not random. Jupiter's expansion energy can magnify your intuition, your empathic channels, and even neural plasticity, making you hyper-aware of shifts you normally might ignore. Pluto's transformative vibe can then push your subconscious to process hidden traumas or karmic residue at warp speed, causing surges of emotional release. So let's go more systematically into signs and symptoms. First, on a purely physical level, you may notice short bursts of fatigue, followed by sudden jolts of energy. Your body might fluctuate between craving dense, grounding foods and craving only light, fresh fruits or vegetables. Some people describe tingling along their spine, a sense that their chakras are being gently stimulated, particularly the solar plexus and heart centers. Headaches can occur as well, especially around the crown region, where cosmic light codes are thought to enter. A sudden need for more hydration is another clue. Your cells may be detoxifying faster than usual, seeking to align with higher frequencies. Rest assured, these physical signs generally indicate you're in sync with what we might call the quantum convergence gateway. Emotionally, this period can be a roller coaster. You might go from profound gratitude to inexplicable sadness in hours. That's the push-pull of Pluto's cleansing effect, dredging up old pains so they can be released. If you feel waves of anxiety for no apparent reason, it could be your aura responding to the intensifying energies. You may find tears welling up easily, triggered by simple stimuli like music or even a stranger's kind act. At first glance, it feels like a crisis, but in truth, it's the psyche's way of shedding old skins and healing ancient wounds. Remember, a crisis is often just transformation in disguise. Spiritually, get ready for amplified intuition. You might experience more synchronicities in a single day than you used to see in a month. Repeating numbers on clocks, hearing the exact phrase you were thinking about, or receiving a phone call from someone right after you think of them. If you tend to communicate with your higher self, spirit guides, or an angelic presence, those messages might suddenly become clearer, more direct. Some of you will have lucid dreams that bleed into waking life, feeling like a kaleidoscopic vision bridging the astral plane and daily routine. Others may even develop new psychic sensitivities, such as sensing the emotional undercurrents in a room with uncanny accuracy. It can be disorienting, but also awe-inspiring if you ground yourself through the process. As your vibration shifts, so might your social sphere. You could feel an unexplainable distance from people who resonate with a lower frequency. Perhaps they gossip or complain habitually, and now you just can't tolerate that energy. Relationships that once seemed rock solid might suddenly feel draining. This is normal during a timeline merge. Your evolving frequency naturally seeks alignment with those who are on a similar path. Conversely, you might be drawn to new groups, new communities that share your sense of wonder and spiritual curiosity. Chances are high you'll feel an urge to relocate, change jobs, or drastically alter your living situation. Your soul pushing you toward higher vibrational environments. Given all this, how do you prepare? Zara Knight has privately shared a 4-step system that was supposedly greenlit by certain members of a high-ranking circle. Step 1. Physical preparation. You want to treat your body like a finely tuned instrument. Over the next few days, aim for a clean, high-vibration diet. Fresh fruits, vegetables, herbs like cilantro, which helps remove heavy metals, and plenty of water. Avoid processed sugars, excessive caffeine, and especially alcohol, which can lower your frequency and dull your intuitive signals. Gentle exercise, such as yoga, qigong, or brisk walking in nature, will help stabilize any intense energies swirling through your aura. Rest is essential. If your body wants more sleep, give it. Earth is literally changing its electromagnetic patterns, and you need to let your cells recalibrate. Think of it as a bioelectric field tune-up. Step 2. Mental and emotional preparation. The mind is a powerful filter through which cosmic energies pass. If you're riddled with fear, anger, or judgment, these energies can't integrate smoothly. Practice daily meditation, even if only for 11 minutes, focusing on a slow, steady breath. Visualize yourself surrounded by a cocoon of golden light. As you inhale, picture that golden light infusing your cells, and as you exhale, let it dissolve tension and negativity. If you find old resentments rising, don't suppress them. Let them float to the surface, acknowledging them with compassion, then gently release them like clouds passing in the sky. Journaling can help. Write down any negative thoughts or regrets, then burn the page in a safe and mindful way, symbolically transmuting that energy. This is about mental decluttering, preparing room for the harmonic retrograde infusion that Jupiter and Pluto will offer. Step 3. Creating sacred space. Whether it's a corner of your bedroom or your entire house, dedicate a space to anchor these new energies. Clear out clutter, physically cleaning surfaces, and sweeping floors. Use essential oils like frankincense, lavender, or Palo Santo to cleanse the environment. And if you have crystals such as clear quartz, amethyst, or selenite, place them around the room to amplify positive vibrations. Background music at 528 Hz or 963 Hz can resonate with higher dimensional frequencies, acting as a form of sonic cleansing. Some people like to set up a small altar with symbols representing the elements: earth, water, fire, air, to ground the cosmic forces pouring in. A short ritual can be done by lighting a candle, stating your intention for clarity, transformation, healing, etc., and then closing with gratitude to the universe, your higher self, or any divine presence you revere. Step 4. The schedule and action plan. The days before April 6th to 7th are your time to gather your energies. If you can, take a few moments at sunrise or sunset to simply ground yourself, barefoot on the earth if possible, feeling the planet's pulses. On the evening of April 6th, do a brief meditation or prayer, asking for alignment with the highest timeline available. Then, on April 7th, especially around 3:33 a.m. GMT, if you can manage, sit in meditation. Even if you're not usually awake at that hour, consider setting an alarm. At that moment, visualize the planet bathed in purplish gold light and see Jupiter and Pluto's energies weaving together in a dance of cosmic synergy. Imagine a luminous gateway opening, bridging parallel realities into one unified path, and see yourself stepping through with gratitude. If you're not able to stay awake at that time, do it upon rising. Intention, sincerity, and focus matter more than precise timing, though the gravitational forces will be strongest at that hour. In the days after, integrate gradually. Journal any shifts you notice. Pay attention to the people who appear in your life, and keep up your practices of cleansing and meditation. Zara Knight strongly recommends a final grounding ritual 3 days later to seal the integration process. Before I summarize the key points, let me share a special revelation. According to a confidant in Zara Knight's circle, the royal family has quietly noted unusual patterns in the genealogical records. Ancestral lines seem to converge or show anomalies at precise moments, correlated with planetary alignments. This is beyond standard genealogical confusion. It's almost as if entire branches of family history shift or rename themselves. While official statements will never confirm this, private documents hint that certain bloodlines have always known about timeline merges. It may explain why some families guard their secrets so fiercely. They have knowledge of how to shape reality by harnessing cosmic forces. This new leak confirms the hush-hush interest in exactly what's happening on April 6th to 7th. Now let's consolidate everything for you. First and foremost, we're heading into an exceptionally rare celestial event where Jupiter and Pluto simultaneously go retrograde, creating gravitational anomalies powerful enough to potentially merge parallel timelines. This is supported by leaked gravitational lensing data from a British observatory, as well as anecdotal evidence from advanced consciousness labs. People are already experiencing recurring dreams, date confusion, reality glitches, and emotional turbulence. We interpret these disruptions as a sign that the cosmic energies are pushing us to evolve. In practical terms, you should clean up your diet, ground yourself in nature, release emotional baggage through meditation or journaling, and create a sacred space at home. Finally, focusing your intention, especially around 3:33 a.m. GMT on April 7th, can help you seamlessly integrate this wave of transformation, rewriting your own karmic scripts for the better. What awaits us on the other side of this gateway? Picture a collective consciousness that's more unified, a world where synchronicity is the norm rather than a rare surprise. We could be stepping into a fifth dimensional aperture, where old grudges and limitations fall away like snakeskins, revealing a vibrant new Earth or 5D reality. Imagine relationships that resonate with authenticity and compassion, technology that works in harmony with the planet, and societies that center around spiritual well-being rather than materialistic gain. In short, a future bright enough to illuminate every dark corner of our old ways. This is not some fairy tale or utopian dream, but a plausible next step if enough of us harness and anchor the energies flowing in this weekend. The cosmos is offering us a chance to shift. Whether we accept or decline is up to each one of us. So, what can you do right now? First, stay informed. Follow updates from Zara Knight and others who track these phenomena closely. Second, consider joining an online community or local group that meditates and shares experiences, because there is great power in group synchronization. Studies show that when a significant number of people hold a unified intention, global consciousness shifts measurably. Third, commit to your own transformation. Keep a journal, do your meditations, speak affirmations of gratitude. And finally, ask yourself a profound question. Am I willing to let go of the old reality I've known in exchange for a more expansive future? If the answer is yes, then stand ready. Embrace the timeline, merge with an open heart, confident that you are not alone and that this path, while challenging, leads to a more luminous version of yourself. Remember, every cosmic cycle in history has eventually passed, but the choices we make during them can echo for generations. To deepen your understanding, I want to address some common questions people have asked me in the past few days. For instance, what if I don't feel any symptoms at all? Am I missing out? Not necessarily. Everyone's spiritual path is unique. some people sense the shift subtly, others dramatically. Keep an open mind and heart, and stay consistent with your personal growth practices. Another question: is it dangerous to meddle with these energies? Could I end up in a worse timeline? The consistent teaching from most ancient traditions is that cosmic energies amplify your inner state. If you approach them with love, integrity, and clarity, you will align with a beneficial reality. A third question: could this be related to the Mandela effect? Many see the Mandela effect as evidence of micro-timeline shifts. This event could magnify that phenomenon, but it's more about conscious transformation than accidental changes. Finally, how long will the effects last? The peak is around April 6th to 7th, but waves of integration will continue for about a month, with after effects that can last all year. Be patient with yourself as you adapt. Given the hush-hush nature of all this, it's obvious there are powerful influences that prefer we stay uninformed. By watching this video, you're already stepping into a circle of awakened souls who refuse to remain in the dark. In fact, thousands, if not millions, of people around the world are simultaneously feeling the call. This is a global movement, a wave that doesn't discriminate by culture, creed, or geography. Together, we can amplify the beneficial aspects of the rare timeline merge and co-create a shared reality that fosters harmony rather than discord. Now, let's take a moment for a guided meditation to anchor these ideas. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale gently through your nose and exhale softly through your mouth. Feel your heartbeat, a steady pulse of life. Visualize a shimmering beam of golden light descending from the sky, entering the top of your head, flowing through your pineal gland, illuminating every electrochemical pathway in your brain. Let it travel down your spine, sparkling in each chakra: crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, until it reaches the earth beneath your feet. As you breathe, see this beam expand outward, encasing you in a radiant field of peace and possibility. Silently affirm, I call upon the highest timeline for my life and for the collective. I align with the frequencies of love, clarity, and transformation. Feel this resonance in your body, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying that energy with you. To forecast the coming weeks, we can look at the prophetic timeline segment that Zara Knight has put together. By late April, many individuals will experience more frequent synchronicities, like meeting someone who offers just the right opportunity, or encountering solutions to old problems that appear almost miraculously. May will bring a wave of creative inspirations as Jupiter's retrograde energy infuses the collective with expanded perspective. By early June, Pluto's transformative undertones could push society to confront deeper systemic issues, raising public discourse on everything from environmental policies to social justice, possibly sparking breakthroughs that felt blocked before. Around mid-July, we reach a convergence point where lingering karmic threads either unravel or tie themselves into a new tapestry, depending on the choices made during April's gateway. The timeline truly is ours to shape. None of this means you should panic if you stumble or if life throws you curveballs. Transformation can be messy. Old structures might crumble before newer, more harmonious ones can take shape. But remember, The energy now is supportive of radical leaps. You're not trapped by destiny, you're co-creating it. The final outcome depends on our collective readiness to shift from old patterns of fear and limitation into co-creative solutions that benefit everyone. In essence, keep your spirit open, your mind clear, and your heart engaged. The double retrograde is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to accelerate your growth, to actively choose a timeline that resonates with your soul's highest calling. The journey might test you, yes, but it also promises unimaginable rewards, an expanded consciousness, deeper love, heightened intuition, and a sense of belonging to a grand cosmic dance that extends far beyond our usual perception of reality. Let's wrap up with a final flourish of clarity and empowerment. First, remember the 4 key steps. Clean up your physical environment and diet, stabilize your mental and emotional well-being, create a sacred space, and utilize the exact days of alignment to anchor your intentions. Second, realize we are stepping into a future brimming with possibilities, a future in which the lines between science and spirituality blur, revealing a universe far more magical than we ever dared dream. Third, seize this moment while you still can. The double retrograde gateway is extremely time-sensitive, and your willingness to engage it now might make the difference between carrying on with old patterns and quantum leaping to a higher state of being. If you heed these insights, you can become an architect of your own destiny, weaving a new tapestry in the zero-point field of creation, where the old illusions of separation crumble away. And if you choose not to, well, the cosmos will continue its dance with or without you. But you may miss a chance that comes once every few hundred years. So ask yourself, where do I want to be when these doors to expanded consciousness swing wide open? Your choice has more power than you know. Please share this vital information with anyone who might be awakened enough to listen. Keep an eye out for future updates from Zara Knight, who is planning a follow-up briefing if conditions evolve as expected. Join online communities, yes, there are many out there, where fellow seekers gather to exchange stories, tips, and daily synchronicities. And keep questioning, keep exploring, keep co-creating. Let your curiosity drive you toward deeper truths, and let your heart be the compass that guides you through any uncharted territory. In closing, I leave you with one final thought. This world is not fixed or unchangeable. It's a living tapestry of timelines, memories, and potentials. The rare timeline, merge may be your best chance in this lifetime to realize that firsthand. So be bold, be open, and step forward with confidence. May your journey through April 6th to 7th be one of awakening and empowerment. The next chapter of human history is being written right now, and you have a starring role if you're willing to claim it. Remember, the double retrograde approaches swiftly. Do not wait. Prepare, align, and let your new reality unfold. The time is now. The choice is yours. And from everything Zara Knight has shared, it's clear that the universe itself is cheering you on.